The background to creating this is the story of Mahabharata. It starts with the birth of Krishna, where he's being very safely and securely taken away from the sight of the devil Kansa. As he grows into a little boy, he's also won a title for himself, which is called the Makhan Chor Nand Kishore, as you can see it in this image. With all of this, he still has a heart which is of gold, and he's known to be the savior or the protector to all the villagers where with his little finger he's carrying the Govardhan Parvat. As he grows into his teens, he's also popularly called the Chit Chor, the way he's able to interact with all the gopis and popularly known for his Ras Garbhas. The most important is the next phase of his life, where you see the image of Draupadi Chirharan, where Krishna comes in as a savior and provides the clothing into Draupadi. However, this episode is also a landmark because with this begins the seeds, or the seeds of Mahabharata are sowed here in this particular course. Uh, the next image that you see is of Arjuna and Krishna. It is this moment where Arjuna refuses to go to the battlefield. He says, "Oh Krishna, how can I fight my own brothers?" And that is the time when Krishna says, "Karmane vadikarastesu." Oh Arjun, you have to concentrate on what your karmas are and not look at who the other person is. And this is also the time Krishna unfolds his Virat Swarup and gives Arjun a glimpse of all his previous birth and his strength. After having seen Krishna's Virat Swarup, Arjun agrees to fight in the battlefield, and that's the time when Arjun and Krishna are together announcing the beginning of war in the form of a Shankhnaad. The important thing that Krishna tells Arjun or whoever would have taken him to fight along in the battlefield is that he will not pick up any weapon. He is going to be fighting the war without any shastra or without any weapon, and thereby he agrees to be a sarthi of Arjun, which is what you see in the next image. Subsequent to it, another landmark event is when Krishna and Bhishma Pitama get face to face. This is the time when Bhishma Pitama attacks Krishna and Arjun by breaking one of the wheels of the chariot. In anger, Krishna picks up the wheel with his index finger and fights Bhishma Pitama. The next image is of Bhishma Pitama on Ban Saya. This is where Bhishma Pitama is completely disturbed. The way he's seeing the brothers fight brothers, and he thinks there's no way that he'd want to continue living, and thereby he chooses a Ban Saya for himself. The subsequent image is of Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu, who learns the way to fight in the battlefield from the mother's womb. Here is the story and the journey of Abhimanyu, his life, and thereon. The last image is of Arjun surrendering to Krishna after winning the war and saying, Sri Krishnam Sharanam Mama. This, in terms of the entire episodes of Mahabharata, the racheta of these episodes or the story is Vyas Muni. Vyas Muni was very keen on being able to put the pen and the paper together. Unfortunately, his mind thought much faster than what his hands did. This is where he went to Shankar and Parvati to seek some help and support. They offered help and support in the form of Ganesha and said, "You could take our little son, he will help you write the Mahabharata." To this, Vyasmuni said, "I have one condition to it, which is that whoever writes the Mahabharata will have to match to my speed of thinking." They agree to this. However, when Ganesha meets Vyasmuni, he says, "I have a condition too, which is that you will have to stick to the same speed of my pen, and you will have to move in the same speed as my pen." Both of them agree on this, and the speed at which Vyasmuni is reciting the episodes of Ganesha to Ganesha of Mahabharata, Ganesha continues right. Many broken pen, and finally he resorts to breaking his own tooth and starts writing Mahabharata. This is also why Ganpati is also known as Ekadanta, because it is during the writing of Mahabharata that he's broken his own teeth. Coming back to Vyas Muni, If you see the Kalyanag over here and the Krishna dancing on the top, is basically the episode of Mahabharata which Vyasmuni is reciting to Ganesha. This is the time when the entire Yamuna Nadi was polluted by the snake Kalyanag. And the kids who were playing near the Yamuna Nadi, which is Krishna and his friends, lost their ball there. Krishna goes to the Yamuna Nadi to get his ball back, in turn ends up having a fight with Kalyanag. You have his friends in the form of the villagers trying to beware him and trying to stop him. Subsequently, you see Krishna winning the battle and dancing with joy on the top of the head of Kalyanag. To end to this is after the completion of Mahabharata, Ganesh goes back to Kailash Parvat, which is where his father and mother Shankar and Parvati reside, and he goes and offers his gratitude to them in the form of an abhishek. This is the entire theme on which today this event has been established.